what has been your biggest career highlight so far?
I think opening for Mumba Yachi. Are you lacking a little faith? Are you falling behind the race? Are you feeling empty? Don't you see yourself as a king who has found his queen? Will you not take advice from? I mean, I'm not too familiar with him myself. I've heard, I had heard of him growing up in the past. But I guess for me that really meant a lot because his consideration of my music and feeling passionate enough to allow me to open his album launch had created a stage for me that I could not have created by myself. And because of that, I think I feel a lot of doors are going to be open to me because of that. So, yeah, that was my highlight because I experienced many firsts. First radio interviews, first live performance as Tulile. First time that I really sat down and thought about my brand. So it was a highlight. That for me was definitely the highlight in my career so far. And yeah, I'm grateful.
Tell us a little bit of how you actually connected with Mumba Yachi. How did he reach out to you and give you that opportunity to open for his album?
I met Mumba Yachi through a friend of mine, Teresa Ngambi. We had met at a jazz club called 1903. They were celebrating International Jazz Day. And I went there with my weird self. And I think maybe that's why I might have stood out. And from there we connected and he heard my music. And he had started following me since then. And I should say after we had met, maybe a month after, he had contacted me and asked if I could open for him. I was like, I mean, of course, yes, I'll open for you. So that's basically how that happened. It was a friendly meeting through another friend, and I'm really glad that he did see something in me.
What does creating art mean to you?
Creating art is at this point more than a form of expression, but it's my way of life now. Like I said, I'm a singer-songwriter, so in society, this is not only what I spend, this is not only what I do at home, but it's what makes me money. So I'm very involved in my art. So it's my bread and butter, and it's my Lord and Savior, you could say that. I do my best to not live a life of expectation or have any expectations at all. Always leads to disappointment. So I live my life, I guess, based on odds. And what are the odds that this is going to become successful, that people will respond to it as desired to bring success, right? And what I expect, I think I remember telling myself one thing, that from this album, I will sleep and I will die in peace, knowing that I saved a life, just one. If I know that someone listened to to the album and they were inspired to leave their situation, whether it's the perpetrator or the victim, I want to make that much of an impact to change the statistics of domestic violence, period. If I can change a life, one life, then I'm fine. Because the reason really why I started this whole thing, if I had never done this in the first place, I think I would not be able to sleep, knowing that there is someone out there who's going through exactly what I was going through. And I could have done something about it, but I chose not to. So it's just that relief for me that I've done what I can to the best of my ability. The rest is in God's hands after that. And I will be honest, yes, I did mention that it was like I wanted to make some money. But at the end of the day, more than that, I want to save a life. Even just one life is more than enough. I'll go to my grave happy.